So I invite you all to close your eyes and begin to do some prana breathing in through your nose and out through the mouth, feeling your central pillar, feeling your spine as you breathe consciously up and down your spine. And from the base of your spine, send a grounding cord down your legs and right down into the center of the earth. And wrap your grounding cord around the center and really feel yourself anchored and grounded in the earth. And then bring your energy up your cord, up through the base of your feet, and then up your legs. And as you connect with the base of your spine, imagine gently breathing up your spine as you spiral this energy through and up your spine, up through the top of your head, and you're going to send this cord way, 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 way up into space. And you're going to stretch your awareness. Imagine that you're stretching your whole body, you're stretching yourself up into the Milky Way. So you can feel yourself anchored on planet Earth and also stretching up into the stars. And allow your consciousness now to move into an imaginal space where you connect to your divine source. You can imagine it as a sea of fire, a sea of consciousness. And it's where you feel connected to the source of all being, the divine flame, the divine fire. And imagine that you have an eternal flame inside of you, your divine self. This divine spark was there at the beginning of creation and will be there for eternity. And you are part of this divine spark. It is who you are at the essence of your being. So acknowledge your divine self and feel yourself connected to the vast cosmic universe, all life. And at some point, you were called out of this undifferentiated fire. You were called to separate and to become a separate being. And so out of this world of unity, you were called into the world of spirit. And here in spirit, you have lived many, many lifetimes. And if you can, imagine your consciousness in many different times and places where you have lived full lives, interesting lives, full of triumph, tragedy, light and dark. Your soul has learned many, many lessons through time. And your spirit is vast and wise. So embrace your spiritual self, the you that is wise beyond measure. You have lived and experienced and integrated many, many lifetimes of experiences. So in this state, if you have any past life memories or parallel memories, bring them to mind at this moment. And if you haven't had any memories yet, open yourself to the possibility that your spirit has lived over many, many lifetimes. And imagine that you have access to your spirit now. It is your wise, higher self. And it looks down from the stars and it looks down on your life now and has that bird's eye perspective. It brings you wisdom and understanding and a higher perspective. And from this place of spirit, you decided to incarnate in this particular lifetime to learn some particular lessons that your soul desired to learn. And so imagine that you descend into the world of the psyche, into the world of emotions, and you can imagine it as you imagine coming down through the planetary system, our solar system, and you're drawing upon these different planetary energies as you decided to come into incarnation, and you chose to have alliances with particular planets. And you can feel that you have a very particular psychological makeup this lifetime. If you know your astrological sun sign, just connect with what your sun sign is. And this is a big part of your emotional, psychological character this lifetime. It defines your soul this lifetime. You've had your fill of intense emotions, love and hate, disappointment, joy, the full range of emotions. Feel your emotional, psychological being. Notice where you have mastery in your psychological being. And notice where you still get triggered. Notice where you regress. Notice where you're working on your emotional, psychological character. Now imagine that you choose to come in to incarnation on planet Earth in a certain year, a certain month, a certain epoch, and you are born into your body, and your body grows and learns and navigates through the physical world. And you're growing up to where you are and who you are now. So feel your physical body as you sit. Your body is a miracle. And your body houses your psyche, your spirit, and your divine self. So feel your spine as the central pillar that connects your body, your psyche, your spirit, and your divine self, up and down your spine. And imagine that you have a special gear, like a gearbox, that you can switch gears at will. So notice the state of affairs in your life right now when you're physically present, and then take stock, shift gears now and take stock of your emotional health. How are you doing emotionally in these times? Are you staying centered? Are you getting triggered? What's up for you emotionally? And now shift gears up to your spirit, into your higher self, and allow your higher self to look at your life from a higher perspective. What are you challenged with at the moment where you can take a higher spiritual perspective? How can you lift yourself into a spiritual attitude when you're feeling bogged down physically and emotionally? No, feel your body once again, feel your emotions, feel your spirit, and sense into the state of affairs of your life right now, how you're navigating, how you're coping. And now shift gears right up to your divine self. When you remember that you are divine and eternal, how does this shift and change and transform the way you are every day? So shift into your divine eternal self. And now look at your life from that perspective. What are you learning about your life? Now, with full awareness that you are a divine being, a spiritual being, a psychological being, and a physical being all at the same time, acknowledge to yourself that you are the co-creator of your life. You are writing the script, you are acting out the parts, and you are learning amazing life lessons. So see yourself as the creator of your life. And say to yourself silently now, I am the creator of my life. I create my life according to my blueprint. And now own that you are the creator of your life. And feel your capacity to shift gears at will. So when you're feeling bogged down or triggered, or you're in a dilemma, shift gears up to your spiritual and divine self. And then breathe up and down your spine so that you connect and remember that you are eternal, you are divine, you are a co-creative spirit, and you have choice every moment of every day of your life. So take some deep breaths up and down your spine, knowing that you can shift gears at will to gain a higher perspective and allow that divine consciousness to inform your everyday thoughts, feelings, and actions. So come back to center now, come back to your heart. And come back to this present moment now as you gently bring your consciousness down from the stars and you bring that cord that's anchored in the earth back up. And you come right back fully into your body as you sit. And then gently, when you're ready, you can open your eyes.